So I want to show you the difference in colours. So that's a green canvas that I've just painted, like greeny blue, and then this is an orange yellowy one, and you can see how different the colours can make you feel. So that's really vibrant and fills you with joy, and that's a soothing, more calmer colour. Now if we look at, I've got these paint strips from the paint shop. You know what I'm on about, the paint shop. So you see how these colours would go with this canvas, even though some of these colours are muted, but they're still on the same colour side of the spectrum. And then this other paint strip that I got would still go with this green, even though these are really muted colours and the green is really bright. So just because something is muted and something is bright doesn't necessarily mean it wouldn't go together. If you painted your house in, let's say, this colour, and then you hung this canvas on your wall, it would look really nice because it would pop out. Do you see how that makes sense? But if I painted this colour onto this canvas, it wouldn't necessarily go, because these are brighter colours and that's like a muted colour. You'll have to forgive me, I'm recording this on my iPad, so it's a little bit wobbly because I don't have a stand. The same with this. If you painted your walls any of these lighter colours and then you put this orange canvas on your wall, it'd really pop out. If you put it, I mean, you could put it on this colour, but it wouldn't stand out as much. That colour you could add to the canvas, you could add that colour. But when you start getting to these lighter colours, maybe the bottom one, because I've already got the white stenciling on there, it wouldn't look as good. Now these stencils, that is just white acrylic, and what I'm going to do is I'm waiting for them to dry and then I can work into them, and I'll make them look like they're standing off the canvas by adding darker colours and lighter colours to them. I can't do it now while they're wet because it'll just make a smudgy mess. Now next I'm going to paint a pink canvas, all pink colours, and you'll see what that's like. So when you saw me stepping back, I was looking at the balance of the painting to see where I needed darker bits and where I needed lighter bits. And you see where I added the streaks of yellow? Oh, there, and up there. It's because I wanted to pick that colour up a little bit. I wanted to give it some depth so it wasn't just a flat feeling. And you can see the way that I've positioned the bits of yellow, how they are balanced over the whole canvas. And the same with the dark purple colour at one side and the other. Now if I'd have put that all on one side, it'd have just drawn your eye straight away across to that side. It wouldn't have given the viewer of your canvas something interesting to look all over. Does that make sense? And then I've added the white highlights, which when it's dry I'll probably add a little bit more to make it pop more, just again to give that light and depth feeling, so it's not just like a flat colour. You can see how the colours all go together. I've got a rogue bit of white there on my pink, which I need to get rid of. And when you come back, this purple here and the pink is not blended, so I need to blend those colours together, because right now it looks like a profile of a person, doesn't it? I didn't see that before. And this is a good tip for you. If you're doing a painting and you are staring at it, you might not see these things. Have a look through your phone camera or your normal camera, and take a picture, and then you'll be able to see different things. So today I've painted 3 canvases backgrounds. The one that I've just done, the pink one that you saw, will have stenciling on it, but I'm not going to stencil it straight away because the paint is too wet. Now I'm sorry that this is all fuzzy. It's because I'm on my iPad and front facing camera, and it doesn't work very well when it's front facing. Now I told you before about the pink colours and the purple colours that will go with that canvas, and I'll show you them now. So go to the DIY shop. Couldn't remember it before, could I? Go to the DIY shop and get yourself some colour samples. I just chose 4 colour samples. These 4. But you can choose as many as you want. And I also got, and these are really good to get as well, they're all free as well, a colour chart like this. You can get all different types. And the great thing about colour charts is you can see automatically which colours go together really well and which colours won't, because you can fold them and look at the different colours, you know. You know what I'm on about. The other thing is you can cut these out individually and stick them into your art journal, and then try and replicate the same colour that's on the chart, which is a really good practice of blending colours. So that's another good thing to do. Or you could think, if eventually you've got a client and they've got walls in this colour, you take your colour chart with you, go to their house and you go, oh, so my wall's this colour, oh, it's here. And then when you get home, you'll be able to see, right, well, if I put a certain colour with that wall, it's not going to go. So that's a really good tip as well. Okay, I'll show you the pink with the canvas. So here are the pink and purple colour strips. We'll just do pink first, so you can see which colours will go. Now my canvas is pretty bright, isn't it? It's a lot of bright colours. I could add some deep red, but I'd only add that to the edges where this purple is to make it deeper. I actually do intend to add deep colours to the edges where the purple is eventually, but as you saw before when I was painting, I tried to do it while it was wet and it just ran, which was no good. And you can see all the different colours which would go and which would not with your painting that you're doing. And the same with the purple. So these are very different. So these greys are more grey purples than pink purples. Can you see that, the difference? So this purple I've got on my canvas is pink purple, and this is more of a grey purple. So again, that'd only be used at the edges to make a deeper colour. I wouldn't particularly use these grey purples in this painting. I mean, going down here, this purpley pink is more of a grey purple than a pink purple. So I hope all these things are helping you to understand a little bit more about colour. Any questions, please do ask me. So this is a Pre-Raphaelite book. I've had this for years. I got this when I was first at art college when I was 16, and I'm 47 now. My mum got it for me when I went to art college, and it's a lovely book, but you can get all sorts of books on Pre-Raphaelites. Now I just want to show you some images out of the book. We're going to liken these to the colour charts. So automatically, let me just get the pink ones out. Automatically we can see that the orangey colours and some of the pink colours go with this painting. So you can see that automatically. So this is the other thing that I'd like you to do. When you've got your paint charts, get yourself a book. You can get a book from the library. You don't have to buy a book. And go through and just start seeing what colours go with which painting. Can you see how that goes up here? They're too pinky for this. It'd be more that colour. So this is what I want you to do. So get yourself a basis of a few different colours in your colour charts and see which colours go with which paintings. And it's just to keep your eye in. Now the Pre-Raphaelites are really interesting in the way that most of the books are all about the men that were in the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. And as you know, if you've looked at the PDF that I made you, I talk a lot about the women that were in there. See the colours that go. When you start picking up on this, the reason I'm asking you to do this is because you'll start noticing colours more, and you'll start figuring out which colours go together. Now of course there are some painters that paint where the colours don't go together at all, like abstract ones, like Jackson Pollock for example. His work, he's got all sorts of colours in it, and that's fine if you want to do that, but I'm just trying to teach you a colour basis before we move on to our next learning. Oh, this was my mum's favourite picture. When I was a child, there was a massive stained glass window of this in the church hall in town. It was huge, it was gorgeous, and it was all backlit. It's called The Light of the World. It's a really lovely painting of Jesus. And if you start looking at all the different elements in it, there's like mushrooms in the moss and in the grass and things like that. And he's got a really lovely, let me see if I can zoom in. He's got a really lovely clasp on his cloak. There's all sorts of stuff. I used to stare at it for absolute hours. Well, my mum would go and do her church stuff. But yeah, so it's a lovely painting. Straight away, the colours that jump out of this are the purple and the red. Now look at the balance of this. So he's got the purple and the red, and then down here he's got a reddy sock that goes with the red, and her skirt is a purpley colour to go with the purple, and the child's tartan pinafore or whatever it is that she's wearing matches with the red. So can you see how he's got that balance? Now the only thing that really stands out about this is this green leaf down here. The child is holding a leaf, it's yellow, and the green does go with the green in the kilt. So you'll start picking up on these little bits. That's called the order of release. Then this one is lots of brownie colours, so automatically we know it goes with this strip. These are beautiful drawings. And the dominant colour in this is all the reds. So look at all the reds. But what I want you to do is, like I did on my canvas, is when you're painting, stand back and see what the balance is. So if you can see on this, there's lots of red in this part and there's lots of red in this part, but not in here and not in here. So you see how he's got the balance. This is really interesting as well. So I'm not sure if this is just unfinished. It was drawn on paper, and they extended the picture eventually. But this is called negative space. So this might not have been on purpose. He might not have finished it, but it can be on purpose. So if you've got a canvas or a piece of paper that you're going to draw on, you can actually on purpose leave the negative space. And if you look at the negative space, it's going upwards on both sides. It goes upwards, and the darker colours come down in the points. So a balance again, dark and the light. And the more you start looking at artwork, the more you'll start noticing these kind of things. It's really good to go to a gallery and look at the old masters' work, because even though it might not be your thing, you might not be really that interested in their work, what it does is give you a really good colour basis. Again, we've got green in the knuckle, green in the dress, and a greeny grey on the wall. So you see how it goes. And the thing that pops out of here is what he wanted to bring you the attention to, the red on the mouth and the red on the earring. And that draws you, those two reds and that greeny white or greeny yellow, draws you straight away to her face. If you look at that on as a balance, and what you're going to look at first, you are going to straight away look at her face because of these colours, these pops of colours that are nowhere else in the painting. Again, lots of red colours, so this one would go, this one would go. What I could have done with really is a deeper red chart as well, because a lot of the pre-Raphaelites use a deep red. Don't forget, back then in the early 1800s, they didn't have all the colours like what we do now. They'd have had just a set, and they'd have mixed all their colours as well. So I hope that that's giving you a little bit of insight into colour this month, and colour balancing and things like that. I'd love for you to tell me in the comments, how are you getting on? How are you finding it? What do you want more of? What would you like less of?